Hi, and welcome to the SMA Audio Experience podcast. It's brought to you by A.M.I.G.O.S San Diego's Technology and Social Media team. St. Michael Academy San Diego is a Catholic school located in the South Bay region of San Diego County. We've been educating students pre-K through 8th grade for over 50 years. On this podcast, we interview and discuss people, organizations, and topics impacting St. Michael Academy and the community around us. When you're here, you're home. Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the SMA Audio Experience podcast. We're joined by another phenomenal guest here in San Diego County. That's none other than Miss Maria Power from Nativity Prep. Hey, Maria, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Mark. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Well, thanks for joining us today and taking a moment. I know it's a Friday, but thank you so much for taking time out to chat with us today, regarding your school and the phenomenal program that you get to lead and grow on a daily basis.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Well, for everyone who doesn't know you, can you take a moment to share a little bit about yourself and, what you do at your school that is super phenomenal?
Sure. Thank you. So my name is Maria Power. I teach at Nativity Prep Academy. We're a small school in College Grove, Oak Park specifically. It's a middle school, and it is a school specifically for low-income families. It's a non-tuition private Catholic school. So all of our students fall below the national poverty line. They all qualify for free or reduced price lunch, and they don't pay tuition for their 3 years at school with us. We provide them with scholarships, mentors, which is what we'll be talking more about today, and then we help them into high school and college and beyond. So it's really an 11-year program, even though we only have them on campus for those 3 years. And I'm a teacher there. I'm a literature teacher. I've been teaching there for about, I think this is my 10th year. And I also get the privilege of running the Amigos mentoring program.
Amazing. And for everybody who, we have a wide variety of listeners and everything. So for, you mentioned with the grade levels, so like what age groups or what grade levels do you guys work with at Nativity Prep?
On campus, we have 6th through 8th grade.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Very cool. All right. So, you had mentioned earlier in your introduction, with the Amigos mentoring program. So that was one of the reasons where, we were, we follow you on Twitter and social media, and, we see some amazing posts that you guys do on your social media for the Amigos mentoring program. Can you, start with kind of like the origin story, like how did it all come about? Because, for those who don't know, it might be something that can really add value, and they can take a lot of nuggets from, why you guys started it to go add to their community.
Yeah, absolutely. So it started before I was there. So from what I know about the origin of it, we had a couple of volunteers who started volunteering at the Monarch School in San Diego. The two that I know of that played a huge part are Kenny Jones and Deacon Mike Daniels. And they helped to start a program at the Monarch School and found it to be so successful that once they started volunteering and helping with the founding of Nativity Prep Academy, which was in 2001, they thought that it would be a really good idea to implement a similar program at Nativity Prep Academy. And I'm not sure exactly what year it started. I'm going to guess around 2005 or 2006, so a few years into the founding of the school itself. But they kind of thought that, we have wonderful students and wonderful families, but something that our families don't have is experience in life as a college student. Most of our students, all of our students will be first generation college students. That's one of the prerequisites to get into our school. So, their parents, though they're loving and caring, don't really have the tools to help them in those ways. And also just kids going through middle school. I wish I had a mentor when I was in middle school. They all go through so many things, and a lot of those things they're not super comfortable talking to their parents about. So it's really nice for them to have someone who they can talk to who loves them and cares about them, but is not their mom or dad at the same time. So the gentleman who started the program thought that it would just be really useful to bring that program onto our campus and allow our students to find that time with an adult volunteer in our community to help them, grow up and have someone to support them through it.
That is awesome. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I was fortunate enough where I didn't have any, I guess we didn't have any official mentoring programs, but I definitely had a lot of mentor, role models, right? As I would grow up through, from my elementary to high school to college and into my adult life. And I could definitely see the value of having a steady set of mentors for those different stages, because of course, like you said, there's so many things that go on aside from just going to school or going home and helping out and playing your role in the family, right? There's so much things called life in between. so obviously it was started more than a couple of handful of years ago that it's been going on since, especially since you kind of took over the reins of it. Can you kind of share with what's the current state of it now? Like how many mentors do you have volunteering at this time?
So we have currently 53 adult volunteers who come, and they're each matched with one specific student. So they come to just visit that one student. They come once a week. And so we have 64 students at this school right now. So we still have 11 students without mentors. But this is the most mentors we've ever had, so it's really exciting. A lot of our mentors are telling other mentors and helping to spread the word so that we can have hopefully every student matched with a mentor.
Fantastic. And you mentioned, I'm going to assume that these mentors come from different career fields and walks of life. Can you share a couple of those areas, that they are professionals in?
Sure. Yeah, we have mentors from all ages. 21 is the youngest allowed. So 21 all the way up to, retired and more mature. And we have anywhere from students to, doctors, architects, nurses, coaches, all different walks of life, tattoo artists, hairdressers, just anyone who really the prerequisite to become a mentor is that you are willing to be a positive role model and help to promote academics and promote positive self-esteem throughout the school year with your students. So really any job is fine, college educated or not is fine, as long as you're willing to help push them in that direction.
Amazing. No, that is super awesome. Can you share some recent feedback from both sides, from recent or long-term mentors, and also on the flip side, can you share some some great stories or feedback from the students who are getting how they have been liking the program, or those who have graduated on from the Nativity prep? I'm sure they provided some feedback. Can you share a little bit about what they have to say?
Sure. I guess in terms of graduates, the kids who have already gone on to high school and beyond, they have the opportunity to stay in touch with their mentors. So I think the fact that they go out of their way to really make sure they continue a relationship with their mentor is really a testament to how important that relationship is to them in their middle school life. We all know how busy kids get once they get into high school and they have new friends and all this, new experiences. And our graduates are still keeping in touch and texting and emailing and going out to dinners and things like that with their mentors. So that tells me that it's meaningful to them. I have I have more stories than I can even imagine telling, but just kind of some of the exciting things that happen that stand out in my mind. I have one student who graduated 2 years ago from 8th grade, so he's currently a 10th grader. Just kind of a quirky, sort of awkward kid. He wasn't an athlete. He didn't get great grades in school, and just didn't really feel like he was good at anything, I don't think. And one day he was showing his mentor a project that he did that I just told I told his mentor to ask for it. The kid didn't even specifically bring it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And the mentor was so proud of it. The mentor found a poem that he had written all by himself that was so brilliant that the next time he came, the following week, he brought a poetry contest that the kids could enter.
Wow.
And it just really let that kid know that, you know, he might not have all the gifts that he sees other kids having. He might not have a typical gift that like stands out, maybe.
Right.
But he has so many gifts that maybe he hasn't discovered yet. And his mentor really helped him to discover that gift. I also have a similar kind of story where I have a mentor who actually moved out of the country for a brief amount of time, and had a Skype meeting with his kid once a week so that he could still continue on that relationship. And they started doing guitar lessons on Skype from Mexico to Nativity Prep Academy every week. And the mentor just came back this past week and sat down for the first time with the kid and had a little guitar lesson together, and realized that the kid had a wild talent to play the guitar. And this child didn't even know how talented he was. So, you know, it's like the kids don't often get to explore their gifts. They can't afford club sports. They can't afford all the extracurricular, you know, classes or music lessons or things like that. So I've seen a lot of mentors really able to find those gifts that a kid with more opportunities might have otherwise found, you know, in those opportunities, and just help bring out those gifts in our kids that they still need help discovering. So just really neat. Yeah, really cool stuff.
That is super neat. I mean, that gives me a little bit of goosebumps, you know, especially in that education field. You know, those are those like aha moments, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and even just being as a volunteer parent myself, it's just it's those moments like that, you know, it just reminds you of like, hey, there's some things that you can't necessarily put an exact value on or what have you, but you just know over time it's going to be phenomenal, not just for yourself individually, but more importantly for the other person, right? Like, you know, of them serving something bigger than they think of themselves, you know, at any given time. So amazing. That is so cool. And I think because that was one of the things that captivated me. I know when I was going through the Twitter feed, and one of the posts that you guys had shared, I think it was a student. It might be a different student, different mentor case, but it was cool because there was a picture of a student in front of a tablet, and they were doing like a video chat or something like that, just touching base.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Yep.
Yeah, and I was like, that's the thing. It caught my attention. I shared it with our principal as well. I said, hey, this is such a cool story. Using technology to stretch that communication boundary that would that a couple of years ago would be a problem, right? Or you would have to use like a telephone.
So neat. I have a kid today. A kid today actually found out that her mentor is being deployed. She's in the Navy, and so she's moving to Japan in a month. And so they're going to do the same thing. They're going to Skype each other. And today they were actually making scrapbooks for each other. That once the mentor moves, they can bring the scrapbook with them and remember each other, even though she'll be on the other side of the world. So it's so neat that we have technology now that can really help build these relationships even stronger, even if they're not in person.
Oh, totally. And here's a quick question. I'm really curious. Like, with obviously with growing the quantity of mentors that you have from different companies and walks of life, have you had like local businesses or local leadership companies, like either in the in city government or in private industry, have any of them like reached out to you guys to say, hey, we can furnish like more equipment for you guys, or have you had any contacts with them?
In terms of like helping with donations or helping to become mentors?
Both actually. I'm real curious.
Not a lot. I guess we do have a couple of mentors who work for a local insurance company, and they're really generous with us. they've known us for a long time, the company themselves, like the owners of the company. So when they have new equipment and new furniture and stuff like that in their office, they always offer us their old stuff, printers, desks for bookshelves, things like that. So that's really neat. And we also have another financial advising company who the owner of the company, I guess, really liked our school and our story. So he brought a whole group of employees to our campus to tour and everything. And we've gotten, I think, 4 mentors out of that visit. So that was really exciting. But the community doesn't, I guess, doesn't know specifically about the mentoring program, I guess, because we're, number one, a small school. And number two, as a Catholic school, it creates sort of this, there's people who might think, oh, it's a Catholic school and I'm not Catholic, so maybe I'm not allowed to be a part of that program, which is totally untrue. I have people that are mentors from all different religions and all different faiths and all different walks of life. So I guess we just haven't gotten our name out in the community enough yet.
Well, we're gonna help you guys with that, and that's another reason in doing my homework. That's another reason I wanted to reach out and really share to people a lot of the things that go on in Catholic schools. There's not a prerequisite that you have to be Catholic. You can have a different religion or what have you, but your program is a testament to that, where it at its core helping promote positive self-esteem, higher level of personal growth and education is an amazing program, right? And there's so many things that I think when people get to hear this and just networking and understanding where you guys are geographically located, I'm sure that we can get the word out. And if there's people in the neighboring communities who live around there, but they may work for different companies, we want them to reach out to you guys. And if there's something that can add a value, like more mentors, donations, times, or other creative offerings, we'd love to make sure that they reach out to you. And if they were to, what's the best way to either contact yourself or the school? What's the best way to reach you or find you on social media and the internet?
Yeah, definitely. I'm the most easily reached by email probably, and the email address for the program is Amigos, which is A.M.I.G.O.S @nativityprep.org. And then my cell phone number is the easiest way to contact me by phone, and that's 619-471-7332. I don't have any social media for the program yet. Maybe I should. Something to think about. Yeah, that's something to think about. But in terms of things we need, we always need more mentors. We also, I take the general program is they meet for an hour a week during the school day, but I also have different events that I take the kids on, and we have a pretty limited budget for the events. So if there's anyone out there that has event ideas that you could help with, the things that we do currently, I take them bowling, I take them to a comedy club, we do a pumpkin carving, during Halloween time. We've done a lot of different things. My brother used to be a coach at A.M.I.G.O.S, so he donated baseball tickets one year, and I was able to take all the kids to a college baseball game. So little things like that are huge experiences for the kids that they may not be able to get, at home. So, we are open to creative ideas, but, we try to provide as many different experiences and as much time for the kids as we possibly can.
Amazing. No, that's so cool. Here's a big thing I want to find out. So, are there any new upcoming things for the Amigos program that you guys aren't doing right now, but you maybe have in the roadmap, or any other events for your school that that are going on where people hearing about it in the community, in San Diego County community, in the Catholic school community, they hear about it, where they could promote and help you guys out. We'd love to hear it too.
Sure. Yeah, we have our biggest fundraiser of the year is coming up, and I think it's on May 19th, but that's a tentative date still. But please email if you are interested. It's a wine tasting event, so it's really fun, wine tasting and craft beer tasting. And the president and the principal of the school will speak. Usually, we have a graduate and or a student speak and give testament to their time at Nativity and what it did to affect them and their families. So it's a really fun event. Some people who are already involved in the school, but also the hope is a lot of people that just want to learn about our school and our program will come to these events. So again, I think it's May 19th, but that is still a tentative date, and it's a wine and craft beer tasting. And just feel free to email me at amigos@nativityprep.org, and I can get you more information about that if you have any interest. It's a really fun event. Wine and beer hard to not be fun with that involvement. And a lot of really yummy food and stuff like that also. So please join us.
That is awesome. Amazing, amazing. Well, we will definitely take all the information, your contact information, the events, the news, and we're definitely going to also put those in the show notes for this episode. So when people, hear about it or listen to it on the, on the website or on iTunes or in Google Play or in Stitcher or in SoundCloud or anywhere else you're listening to this podcast. This is the thing when, with the Academy, with St. Michael Academy, that we love doing is we love reaching out to our fellow Catholic schools, not just in San Diego County, but as a testament a couple of weeks ago, even in Los Angeles County and anywhere in the world, really. And this is just going to be a thing that we love to give our fellow schools, just a platform to help share what they're doing, because Catholic schools aren't just a unique thing just to one area. They're all over the place, and they all have great messages and great values and great things they're trying to promote. And even in this day and age with so much information out there, having such positivity, especially like a Amigos mentoring program like you have at Nativity Prep, it's just an amazing thing for us, at St. Michael Academy to be, to give you guys, commend you guys on such positivity that you guys are doing. So we want to salute you guys for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me the time to talk about the program. I'm super passionate about it, and it's been such a pleasure for me to be able to take on this role. And I love talking about it. And all of my mentors are amazing, so I could use more amazing people.
Well, everybody, you have heard it first from Maria Power of Nativity Prep and the program that she leads, which is the Amigos mentoring program. That concludes this week's episode of the SMA audio experience. Tune in next week for another episode where we speak with another amazing leader, group, or person making a difference in their community. Take care for now. Thanks again for listening to another episode of the SMA Audio Experience podcast, brought to you by St. Michael San Diego's Technology and Social Media team. For more information, go ahead and visit our website at www.smasandiego.org. On Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, we use the common handle or username of SMA San Diego, so you can definitely reach out to us there. Leave a tweet, a message, a post, a comment. We'll be happy to engage with you, answer all your questions, and really join in part of sharing the St. Michael San Diego story on social media and on the internet, and also via the podcast. So thanks again for listening. Take care, and we'll hear you next week.